Good evening. This is for the week ahead. No clarifications. The 8th through to the 14th of June. And we're going to rush right through this because it is hotter than a mother trucker. So, Aries, the week ahead. What does Aries need to know? What's going on for Aries in the week ahead? I do give my feeling on the card along with any channeled messages that come my way. So always take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or cross watch for somebody that you are dealing with. Interesting. Also, I will be doing timestamps. Just saying. Okay. Aries, the week ahead. I'm getting, ooh, that's too many. I'm getting a song. Time is it on your side or my side? I don't know. Time is on my side. Time is on your side. Something to that effect. All right, Aries, overall energy. We have number 24, adjacent possibilities in the reverse. Pertaining to number 3, marriage, feeling like there's no options or opportunities, possibly when it comes to marriage. If you're currently in a marriage, you feel like you're stuck or trapped. It doesn't feel necessarily like positive, like, oh no, this is the one. It feels very much like if you are not currently married, you don't feel as though you have any options or opportunities. Or if you're currently in a situation, it feels kind of stuck. We have the 10 of Wands. Well, you're about ready to get unstuck. This is burdens, things you've been carrying around for far too long. Again, I feel like there's something that you've been, some kind of a pattern cycle that you've been stuck in pertaining to the idea of marriage, marriages in general, and or a current marriage, and you're about ready to let it go. We have the Emperor. That's you, Aries, and I feel like you're finally going to be taking a leadership role in your own life. I heard putting your big girl or big boy panties on. Not only that, it could be that you are taking control back, taking power back in your own life, especially after dropping those burdens. Then we have the 9 of Cups. Well, that's beautiful energy. It's also the single card, but it is wish fulfillment along with emotional sovereignty. So no longer being affected by experiences from the past. In your underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, but we have number 8, indecision. Pertaining to number 38, toil and labor. That could definitely pertain to work, but I also feel like indecision is what keeps you stuck in in cycles. So instead of making a decision like, no, I'm going in this direction and this is the direction I'm going to stay in and I've got my focus forward, faith in the future. It's kind of like one day, yeah, I'm going to do this. And the next day, I think I'm going to go over here. So you're scattering your energy. And I feel like you're being called to bring balance back into your life. I also feel as though divine timing could be at play for you. There's a need for you to don't overindulge and just take one step at a time. All right, we have 2 cards. Oh, that's interesting. Do we have an 8 somewhere? Oh, yeah, the indecision. Number 8, the time is now, which is interesting because I feel like time is on your side. And then we have apathetic. I prefer to remain focused on my own life right now. I feel like that's a message for you to remain focused on your own life, not on what you can attain or people, places, and situations, but focusing on your personal growth. I feel like the time is now for you to do just that. I'm going to shuffle, and then we're going to move into Taurus. Again, no clarifications. Quick, simple, and to the point. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. I should figure out a way to make my timestamp clock bigger. Hello! I'm glad to see that you made it. I was going to say, if I can meet with you at 8 in the morning, you can surely be here at 5. Okay. I really wish my AC reached into this room, but it doesn't. Okay, last shuffle, and we will start with Taurus. I refuse to go back to the vertical live because I like this so much better. But it definitely brings my view count down. Okay, Taurus. The week ahead, the 8th through to the 14th. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channeled messages that come my way. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or cross-watch for somebody that you are dealing with. All right, for the week ahead. Taurus. Overall energy for this upcoming week, we have number 36, second chakra, Archangel Ariel, and it's pertaining to number 32, despair. Well, that's interesting because this is your intimacy and creativity. I feel like there's a need for you to let loose and get out of a rut or whatever, something in your headspace. It feels like you've been turning your wheels far too much, working too hard, or because I'm hearing, and I think it's almost creepy. I think this is from a horror flick or something, but I don't think that's part of it. I think spirit just likes to get my attention through certain things, but all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Something, I don't know what movie it's from. I'm seeing, okay, this is odd, and I cannot think of the name of the Shining, that's it. And doesn't he have like an axe and he's trying to come through the door? And he says something. Like that keeps popping into my head. Like, don't go off the deep end, Taurus. Good grief. That was for somebody. Maybe it's your favorite movie. Maybe that's just to let you know this reading is for you. The High Priestess, Pisces energy. Interesting because I feel like you are being called to follow your intuition. If your intuition tells you to find a creative outlet or go for a walk or take a break, do so. I don't necessarily think if you're in the energy of despair, you're definitely not open to your creativity and intimacy. There could be a block there. But the High Priestess, again, is all about following your intuition. For some of you, there's a need for you to reach out to somebody who is akin to a High Priestess, somebody who, like tarot and or spiritual coach, something along those lines, in order to assist in shifting you. You can actually read books or anything on the spiritual aspect. We have the Wheel of Fortune, Pisces, Sagittarius energy. Again, so this tells me that you definitely were stuck in some kind of a holding pattern. The Wheel of Fortune is all about progress being made seemingly out of nowhere, like a bunch of progress after a time of stagnancy. There could even be a windfall coming in for you. And then we have a King of Air. Interesting. You could have Gemini in your chart. It is specifically Gemini, but it's Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Taurus, this is somebody who is could could be somebody you're dealing with. It could be your energy, but it's somebody who's very black and white, very analytical. This is an energy of somebody who is kind of sharp-tongued as well. In this card, they just look dull and bored and like just unemotional. I heard overwhelm. You could be overwhelmed. Maybe not getting enough action in your life. In your underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of. We have number 38, 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael. It's your heart chakra. And it is pertaining to number 12, privileged lady. So love, compassion, and self-acceptance. And again, privileged lady. You could be the privileged lady. It could be somebody that you're dealing with. But I will say that for some of you, this is a relationship that seems to have gone a little bit stagnant or stale. We have the 5 of Pentacles. So thoughts become things, and this is your thoughts becoming things. So if you're feeling despair or desperate, stressed out, overworked, underpaid, it's going to reflect not only in your finances, but in your relationships and so much more. We do have the Ace of Fire, however, which tells me that you do have a brand new passionate beginning taking place. Also creativity and magic. I think you're needing to really focus, take a step back from the 3D mundane and focus on what lights your fire, what makes you happy, excited. Kind of get out of that dreary, bored energy, if that's your energy. Take it how it resonates. Taurus, next summer. Well, technically, did summer already start? It might have. I thought the beginning of summer was... This might not even be the right calendar. I don't know when the first day of summer is. I will tell you that it could pertain to this summer or next summer. Maybe it'll take a year span for you to get out of your funk. Health. I'm here to support your journey towards wellness and balance. So this could be somebody outside of you. It could also be somebody that's here to help assist you in some way. But you're going to find out this week, that's for sure. Make sure that you aren't in that ick energy, or else you are going to create health issues for yourself as well. All right, I'm going to shuffle and move on to June 20th. That's good news, Taurus. That means that it's this summer, because technically it's not summertime yet. So this summer is considered next summer. So by the 20th, I was going to say that's like a long time. Well, not necessarily. I guess it depends on where a person is. It could take up to a year, but... After typing... Interesting. That's creepy. There's got to be a message there for somebody. But again, sometimes messages aren't meant for me to understand. Maybe it's a movie that somebody is going to resonate with, or their name's Jack, or they said that. Who knows? Or they just saw the movie. That's what we call spirit dropping a little bit of a synchronicity for somebody. That's interesting. My phone is stuck. Frozen. I'm not frozen, am I? I wonder why I'm frozen up there. Interesting. Nope, I was just frozen on my own phone right next to... Weird. I don't know, maybe Sunday is not the day for daily or for weekly lives. Yay, Vicki! I just got done saying maybe Sunday isn't the day for weekly lives. It's just been me and Carmack. He's number one this time, so you can take it out on him. He likes being people's punching bag. I'm just kidding. Nobody likes that. Okay, where are we at? 1533. Gemini, the week ahead, the 8th through to the 14th. Right? Yeah. Whew. It is hotter than a mother trucker in here. I'm glowing. You didn't miss anything. You only missed Aries and Taurus, so nothing. Captain Sava. Ha 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 ha. Yes, you did. Happy birthday to you. Yes. Today's not your birthday, is it? I don't know why. I guess I don't know your birthday. I probably should. I'm sure I have it most likely written down somewhere. Gemini, it is today. Happy birthday. Aw, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Vicki. Happy birthday to you. I don't just sing for anybody, you know. Only my number 2. I'm just kidding. Oh, you're not even number 2. You immediately became number 1. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. I wonder if it goes on who's been here the longest, who's been a member the longest. Because Leanne took your spot, or took number 1 the last time, I think. Weird. Anyway. All right. Let it be a good one. Vicki, Gemini. Overall energy. We have number 6, contract, and number 8, indecision. Ooh, what are we indecisive about? Well, it's pertaining to number 9, change. Interesting that I'm looking at a vehicle in that picture. However, I'm just drawn to that because of Vicki. So for everybody else that isn't Vicki, it could pertain to moving. But also, change is really the only constant in life. And if there's some kind of indecision pertaining to a contract, it could be a move, like, okay, I don't want to sign the lease, or do I really want to purchase this house? Do I really want to sign this contract for work? There's some, and it feels like it's life altering. It feels like a big change. So for some of you, it could even be marriage or relationships. We have the 2 of Cups, which again is some type of romantic situation, a partner on some level. The 8 of Wands. This is fast moving, could be communication seemingly coming out of nowhere, but it also feels like there could be a lot of energy coming at you at once. Maybe spirit is like hitting you with a lot of things at once, or you feel that way. Interesting that we have the 4 of air in the reverse. I feel as though there is a lack of you really following your intuition and going within. There is a need for you to connect, and if you're feeling overwhelmed especially, it could be because there isn't enough downtime. And downtime doesn't necessarily mean like you have to sit with your legs crossed and meditate. It could be you taking a walk into the forest, or, you know, listening to some kind of exciting, well, I don't know if I want to say exciting, but that's what I'm getting. So exciting music while cleaning your house, or gardening, something that pulls your attention away from whatever feels like it's blowing you up in the 3D. And again, it could even be a relationship. Don't jump into some kind of a situation, especially if you're feeling indecision pertaining to a marriage, or moving to the next step, or signing your name on any contract without meditating. In your underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 3, blossoming abundance, pertaining to number 23, courthouse. Well, isn't that interesting? So it feels like the contract and the courthouse are one and the same. Whatever the situation is, I definitely feel like it's a good move. It's the right move. But I feel like you need to gain the confidence first. And not feel, because if you're in indecision, you're not confident. You're not feeling 100%. And Spirit is here to lead and guide you in whatever that looks like. However, Spirit will sometimes bring you a message, like poor Taurus. Was it Taurus, I think, that got Jack the Ripper? It wasn't really Jack the Ripper, but what was it? Now I gotta look in the comments. It's scrolled too far. I don't know. Anyways, if you really want to know, watch the Taurus reading. But you never know. You never know how it's going to come out. It could come out in a song. It could come out in communication with a friend or something to that extent. But you definitely need to follow your intuition and take a break and not come from an energy of indecision or scattered. I will tell you, spoiler alert, it feels like you are going to move towards this contract. Now, this contract, courthouse, could be a lot of things. It could be a divorce. It could be a marriage. It could be a move, a new job. I mean, it's definitely life-changing. We have release, Scorpio energy. Interesting. This is... This is no, is that the Tower? Yeah, number 13. That's interesting. I'm sorry. The reason I find it interesting is because it's Scorpio Aries energy. And for whatever reason, I was thinking it was the Justice card, which is Scorpio energy only. But number 13 is definitely the Tower. And with the Tower, we're talking about life-changing, really. Seemingly out of nowhere. Major shift and change. And then we have the World card. Capricorn, Aquarius energy. There's an ending of a cycle. So it is a time to celebrate. Whatever this major shift and change is taking place, there was definite indecision around it. There is going to be. But you're being called to go back in. Meditate. The camera is weird. I'm still trying to get used to it. Meditate. Because I feel like you have disconnected from your higher guidance. You're interesting. Okay. Whatever it is could be coming up this week, but we have number 21, July, which tells me that it's going to play out until then. Number 47, indecision is causing delays. That's what I'm talking about. And imposter. Ooh, I'm not who you think I am. These cards actually came from Carmack, and they are true intention cards. And so it could be your intentions. Maybe you're portraying yourself as somebody you're not. Or it could be somebody that you're dealing with. So take that how it resonates. I'm going to shuffle. Yes, The Shining. Thank you. I'm going to shuffle and move on to Cancer. Ooh, you do retire tomorrow. Wait, do you have to go into work tomorrow, or like it's just official tomorrow? Like tomorrow's really like I gotta go in for an hour or whatever. Who knows? Vicki, maybe it'll get moved up to July, or maybe something will happen in July. You never know. You never know. Well, that's exciting. Couple hours. Final. Okay, my phone keeps freezing. That's weird. I guess I don't need it. I'm sure somebody will tell me if it freezes. Hopefully I'll get the message. If it does. Interesting. Oh my gosh. We're 3 in and I am like, it's hot in here. Well, I called you Carmack because I'm sure she doesn't know who Sean is. And the fact that you're in the chat, it makes it easier to be like, I was giving you a nod. Like, yeah, Carmack bought me these cards. Psst, his name's Sean. Oh my God, it's hotter than a mother trucker in here. And I'd open the window, but that's where all the hot air is coming out of. I have a fan, but I put it in front of my kids' room. Where are we at? 2612. Actually, my ceiling fan's going. It's not doing much. Alrighty. It's the second one. Cancer. Week ahead. The 8th through to the 14th. For Cancer. What do we have for Cancer? Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Week ahead. For the sign of Cancer. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channeled messages that come my way. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or cross watch for somebody that you are dealing with. That came out quick. All right, Cancer. Yeah, that's the card I thought it was for the last reading. Anyway. Okay. Overall energy. Ooh, we have number 14, carrying connection in thy reverse, and number 6, contract, pertaining to number 29, imprisonment. So, frankly, if you're in some form of a connection, it feels like it doesn't feel good. It feels like stuck, stagnant. Imprisonment is self-imposed prison, but if you're under a contract of sorts, it feels like you're stuck in some kind of a loveless situation. If it's not romantic, because carrying connection doesn't have to be romantic, it could be that you're stuck in a contract that doesn't feel like it's got your back, whether it's work, business partner, family. The lack of caring or feeling concern for others means that you're not feeling concern for that person as well. So the imprisonment feels like we're stuck. We're like feeling like we need to get out of this situation. It doesn't feel comfortable. Interesting, because we have the 3 of Cups. So something this week is going to be newsworthy, something we're celebrating, joy, happiness. With release, which is the Tower card, Scorpio, Aries energy. This is life-changing, whatever this news is, whatever this situation. Because the Tower comes in when it's time for a shift and a change, and things aren't necessarily built on a steady foundation, or no longer are. And I would say, given the energy, that this doesn't feel like a steady, happy foundation. So I feel like some kind of news or gathering, maybe you're going to head on over to some kind of a party this next week, celebration of sorts. Something's ending, and it's life-changing. We have the 9 of Cups, or 9 of Water in this deck. Wish fulfillment, yes. Emotional sovereignty, yes. But they also consider this the single card. So for some of you, you're ending a relationship. Again, if it's a business partnership, it doesn't matter what kind of relationship it is. I'm not seeing any like 2 of Cups here. So this doesn't feel necessarily like it's romantic in any respect. It definitely could be. But I feel like this shift and change is allowing you to not only emotionally detach from the situation, not take it personal, but kind of take your power back. Wish fulfillment, you're going to get what you want. Move in a new direction. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 15, appreciation, pertaining to number 2, main female. You could be the main female, and or you're feeling a gratitude and appreciation for this main female. Yes, I guess they could be in your energetic field feeling appreciation for you, but we have renewal, which renewal is Scorpio energy, the judgment card. It's like the final judgment. This is when we surrender and we move in a new direction. So either you've surrendered and made a choice to move in a new direction, or somebody else is, and there's appreciation and gratitude. This is specifically Pisces, but unless you're dealing with another water sign, I feel like this is going to be your energy. With the Magician card, Gemini, Virgo, I feel like you have manifested this on some level. Okay, I heard the hard way. So how do I explain that quickly? If we're in a situation that we're not a fan of, there's one of two things that we can do. We can manifest it purposefully by imagining what it is that we desire and being in that energy and calling it in very peacefully and lovingly and like, ooh, doors just open. The other way that we do it is that we constantly bitch and complain to a point where either somebody up and walks away from us, we get fired, whatever the case is, and or we continuously create so much more drama coming from that person that we end up leaving or quitting or whatever the case is. Either way, you've manifested it. With this in the upright, hopefully it means that you have actually manifested it on purpose in a healthy, kind, loving way. But interestingly, with the imprisonment, it feels like that's a very stuck, stagnant energy. So it's quite possible that is not how that went down. Interesting. Number 31, next couple of days. Okay. Frustrated. I'm irritated with what I can't control and want you to feel as badly as I do. So this could be somebody talking to you, or you're feeling this way towards somebody. Health. I'm here to support your journey towards wellness and balance. So you have somebody coming in probably that's helping you. And you have somebody that is wanting you to feel bad, or you're wanting them to feel bad. Okay, I'm going to shuffle and move on to Leo. Oh, that's classy, like Sean Connery. I always give my feeling on the card. Reaction King. All right, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Oh, also the mid-months went out. Yes, they are elements, but they're still out. For, excuse me, for gratitude and extended group members. And then everybody else will be getting them. I think it's set to drop Thursday. Like, right at Thursday. Aw, thank you. I appreciate you. That's so interesting. I don't know how people get the number one crown. But so far, Carmack had it. Oh, now Carmack's number 3. Maybe it's the new people that come in get it. I don't know. The crowns, I don't get those yet. I don't understand them. We will have to dig deep and find out what the meaning behind the crown is. Although I will say his name is Reaction King, so he deserves a crown. Right? I'm leaving and coming back so I can have number 1 back. All right, Leo. Leo, week ahead, the 8th through to the 14th. Ooh, that was a lot of cards, Leo. Leo. says you get due. I don't know what that means. Okay, I don't know what XP means. Good grief, Leo. You think you need half the deck? Holy bananas. Some Leo's gonna be happy. What's going on for Leos? Leos have a lot to say, apparently, this upcoming week. Holy cannoli. What in the mother trucker? You know what? Oh, no. It wasn't the Tower card. It was the Death card. Transmutation. Still, I guess that's life-changing, but lame. I knew it didn't feel right, but I was like, oh, sorry, guys. Whatever. You'll get over it. It's it's the Death card, which talks about transmutation, which in essence is life-changing, I would say, but it isn't necessarily, it's your energy that's shifting more than visible external activity. That comes after the fact. So, sorry. I don't think anything happens by accident. I'm not really sorry. All right, Leo, overall energy for this upcoming week. Number 31, door to value. Number 38, fourth chakra, archangel Raphael. That's a heart chakra, self-acceptance. Not only self, though. I want to say it's about accepting others. And door to value. But this feels like self-acceptance because this feels like you finally figured out your true worth and value. Also, it feels like you're in your heart chakra, following your heart, self-love, if you will. We have at number 28, this is what it's pertaining to. Could be all of these, could be one of these. So take it how it resonates. But we have expectation. Number 21, family room. Number 30, adjudication. Number 8, false person. And number 10, journey. Leo, I gotta say that it feels like you have expectations pertaining to some kind of a judgment about the family or a home, if you will. But the word family being in family room and not it just being a house makes me feel like this is some kind of a judgment pertaining to family. Now, the false person, I feel like, is somebody that you're dealing with. And I feel like there's judgment that you feel is coming towards this person because maybe they were hiding secrets or pretending to be somebody that they weren't. With the journey, I definitely feel like you are on a new pathway, especially when you've opened the door to your value and worth, as well as being in your heart chakra. I also feel like you, if not yet, I caught myself on that one, but hopefully will also have some kind of forgiveness and love in your heart for whomever it is that you're dealing with that appeared to be the false person, even if it feels very difficult at the present moment. We have awakening, Pisces energy. That's the hanged man. It tells me that you are gaining a new perspective pertaining to the seeds that you plant, the 7 of earth, which is seeds or energetic seeds that you plant pertaining to relationships. So if you're truly in the correct energy of perception and the seeds you plant pertaining to anything in life, you understand that whatever plays out is because of an energy that you're sat in. So if you're calling in people that are fake or false or treating you a certain kind of way, it's because there's something energetically within you, possibly, most likely, from childhood, that is kind of like a radio beacon to call these people into you. And in essence, they're messengers that are just kind of coming to show you, hey, clearly you attracted me into your life, which tells you that you've got some kind of thing going on within you. However, I will say that at least you are now becoming aware that the thoughts, the seeds that you're planting are turning into things. I also feel like the Seven of Earth is saying that good things are going to be coming your way. We have the High Priestess, Pisces energy. You need to follow your intuition. For some of you, it's talking about reaching out to some kind of a High Priestess, whether it's a psychic, a medium, a tarot reader, a spiritual coach, somebody who embodies the energy. It also, I feel like, is a time for you to be meditating if you aren't doing so already. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 51, Healer of the Ages, and that is pertaining to number 7, Messenger. Frankly, or message, excuse me, not messenger. I feel as though the Healer of the Ages coming through in a message is you're needing to embody as much of this energy as you can. If you have 0 psychic abilities or you feel like you have 0, start meditating, start traveling down that path. I definitely feel like you are receiving some kind of intuition and guidance, possibly even downloads. And I also feel like for some of you, you could be being called to do some kind of healing work for others. We have transformation, which this one is actually the Tower card, I promise. This is Scorpio, Aries energy. And this is a significant life shift or change that is taking place. I will throw this one out there as well, the Nine of Pentacles, which tells me that it's wish fulfillment and you are going to be able to reap the rewards of the fruits of your labor. All right, Leo. Number 28, 9 months from now. So whatever's starting this week is going to play out for possibly 9 months, or if you had a specific question, 9 months from now. Number 21, July, feels significant. And number 42, it's the wrong time. Frankly, I feel as though 9 months from now is going to be a better time. Something significant is going to take place in July, but right now is not necessarily the right time for whatever it is that you are contemplating. We have, gaslight. I will deliberately manipulate your perception of reality until you are doubting your own experience and memories. I feel like this is the person, and again, in time, sending them love and forgiveness. However, it's not expected at this moment in time. Hopefully it's not your energy, but if it is, own it and shift it. All right, I'm going to shuffle and move on to Virgo. I am the king, so it's only natural. I love it. Sometimes I notice that my moon sign is pretty accurate because moon is your emotions. Your rising sign is, in essence, what you're turning into, but also what people outside of you see. And your sun sign is more like the all around you, the spiritual you, kind of personality, maybe. I don't know if I'd go as far as personality, but it's definitely the you that you know. I am in a cool ice box of a room. I am envisioning ice crystals forming on the wall. It is so cold in here. I can see my breath. I'm manifesting this temperature in this room to go down. All right. Virgo. The week ahead, the 8th through the 14th. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements. Ooh. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or cross-watch for somebody that you are dealing with. What do we have for Virgo? Ooh, I want to be a Virgo. Hi. I've decided I'm a Virgo for the day. Just kidding. I'll take whatever. Woo. Virgo. Oakley dokley. Overall energy for Virgo is number 16, patience. Divine timing is at play pertaining to number 26, great fortune. You know, it's saying more or less, and patience, like, right? Hurry up and wait. But patience, it's in divine timing. And divine timing, it really depends more so on where you are energetically. But it does feel like you have great fortune coming in for you. And there's a need to not overindulge. So when it does come in, just kind of, don't go crazy. We have the Ace of Air. That is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. It's all about clarity, truth, a new way of thinking and believing after the Ten of Swords, right? So you're done stabbing yourself in the back. There's a new way of thinking, believing, and knowing, clarity, truth, possibly even downloads coming in for you. We have the Three of Earth. The Three of Earth is, could be some form of a collaboration with another. It is pertaining to business or business-like ventures, putting forth your creative foot. I feel like your clarity, there's something transformative when you dive into your creative side. And we have the Magician, Virgo, Gemini energy, which puts you in alchemy to create. Create what? The Eight of Water. Emotional detachment. It's more or less allowing you to move out of an old comfort zone and move towards your Nine of Cups. So your Nine of Cups or Nine of Water is going to be a wish fulfillment, but also emotional sovereignty. For some of you, it could even be enjoying your singlehood if you are single. But I feel like this is a sign that there's something shifting in your life that's allowing you the creativity, the clarity, and the know-how to have focus, transformative thinking. I'm on the wrong side here. To go towards what it is that sparks your creativity, your joy, your happiness. Like, what do you love to do? If it's knitting, start knitting. Maybe you start a knitting channel where you teach people how to knit, or maybe you start knitting for charity, or who knows. I mean, the sky's the limit. But whatever that is putting you into that magical state of alchemy. So it's pushing you towards a wish fulfillment. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 3, blossoming abundance. Well. Pertaining to number 2, main female. You could be the main female and or it's somebody you're dealing with, but either way, this person, be it you in your own life and or somebody coming into your life, could be some form of interesting, because I wanted to use a different word, but catalyst keeps popping in. Apparently I'm not supposed to use the other word because it has completely escaped me. I keep hearing mosaic. I don't know what that is, or if it's something of importance. Mosaic, not Mozart, because I keep trying to say Mozart and it's mosaic. I don't know. Anyway, this main female or yourself is bringing in the blossoming abundance. And we have great fortune and blossoming abundance, but I feel like it's all linked to your transformative thinking, your clarity, you could even be downloading some kind of creative thing from a past life, and or some gift or talent that you have. We have the 9 of air, which the 9 of air is close to the 10. I feel like this could be something that you're currently still going through, and this is what's going to come. The 9 of air is overthinking, overanalyzing, fear, stress, anxiety. It talks about sleepless nights, fears, false evidence appearing real. It's self-imposed prison, overthinking, overanalyzing, until we get that ace. And that ace has a butterfly, which tells me that it's transformative, because butterflies are the symbol of change. They transmute, right? They shift. And I feel like your thinking is going to shift, but for some of you, there's a need to get out of your own way, out of your own head. I don't know where this is coming from. Maybe you need to speak your truth. Like, I've been parched before, and I'm not feeling that parched. Anyway, we have the King of Earth. That's you. That's just you. I mean, literally, that is Virgo. But I definitely feel like this is you becoming more grounded, stable, removing yourself from this, because I feel like the 9 and the 1 equals the 10 anyway. There's just patience, divine timing, knowing that everything is working out in your best and highest good, and staying in a good energy until your great fortune comes in. And it's going to shift into blossoming abundance. Okay, Virgo. Number 13, next summer. We've already decided, thanks to Sean, aka Carmack, that the first day of summer is on the 20th. Wasn't it Sean that said that? Or maybe I'm giving props to the wrong person. I don't remember now. Sorry if I am. It was either Vicki or Sean. So it's coming up. Number 10. Ooh, not in this lifetime. Number 22, August. Now, I'm pretty sure August is Virgo's birthday month. So I feel like this shift is taking place in August. As far as not in this lifetime, I feel like the not in this lifetime is your unfounded fear more than anything. Career. I'm concentrating on my career and focused on advancing no matter what it takes. Now, I feel like this could be the career. It doesn't have to be whatever 9 to 5 you have currently or used to have. I feel like this would be more of a career. Something that you enjoy, that you love, that still is able to sustain you. And the blossoming abundance and great fortune comes when we do things that light up our heart, that bring out the creativity within us. The date is correct. You guys crack me up. I was gonna shuffle and move on to Libra. It would be hilarious to have you two in a room together. Vicki would dominate the crap out of you, Sean. She's very in her way. Very wise. She likes to be in control. Oh, thank you, Sean. Are you going to take it back now that I just said that? Thank you. I appreciate you. I have a cat meowing somewhere. Well, Sean is a Libra, and so he likes to keep the peace, even at, his own expense sometimes. So he'd be like, "You're right. You're good. You're all right." Okay. Libra. Where are we at? 26. Right? 26. Yeah. Libra, week ahead. The 8th through to the 14th. What do we have for Libra? The 8th through to the 14th for the sign of Libra. Ooh, I like it. Ooh, I like it. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Ooh. A Libra. 1, 2, 3. Wow, Libra. Grrr. Oakley dokley. La Libra. Overall energy for your reading, Libra, is number 34, door to personal healing and happiness. Well, isn't that beautiful? Isn't it? And it's interesting because it's pertaining to thoughts, number 16 in the reverse. Now, I'm going to take this one way and one way only. The reason I feel like we're opening the door to personal healing and happiness, Libra, is because you're a Libra. And air energy has a tendency to overthink and overanalyze things to death. I know because I'm a Libra rising myself and my son is a Libra sun. So yeah, lots of overthinking. I like this in the reverse because I feel like we opened the door to personal healing and happiness by putting a stop to that. Like, I'm not saying don't think and be analytical on occasion, but I feel like this is talking about diving more into the energetic world, the spiritual world, the following the intuition, the vibes, things of that nature. Not so much black and white like, oh, well, it could be this, it could be this, it could be this. Let me think it all to death and then figure out what's best. No. We're going to be not submissive and we're going to be spontaneous and just kind of go with like Pisces energy because I'm also a Pisces sun. So we're just going to, fly by the seat of our pants. Okay. We have the 8 of Earth, which is all about putting forth the work, energy, and effort towards what? The 2 of Water. For some of you, this is a relationship. For some of you, this is a relationship. So it could be that there is a shift taking place this week pertaining to some kind of a relationship. It could also be that you're putting forth work, energy, and effort into your style pertaining to relationships. We have the 3 of Earth. This is a collaboration. It does talk about doing what it is that you'd love to do. So when it comes to work, in essence, we're talking about shifting towards something that it's almost so great that you don't even feel like you're working. Like, oh, I gotta, like what I do. I love what I do. This doesn't feel like, oh, I'm going to a 9 to 5. No, like I thoroughly enjoy what I do. I currently in my life, this is what I was built for. So it's something along those lines. If you like to work with plants or with animals, it's like turning that into your source of income, however that looks. I will say that there is a shift coming in your romantic style, the way that you do romance relationships. especially with that door to personal healing and happiness, because it inevitably is going to shift our energy. In your underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 14, caring connection. Wow. What's in your underlying that you may or may not be aware of? A connection coming through for you. Pertaining to number 17, gift. So this caring connection is a gift. And I feel like, sometimes we say, oh, the universe gifted me. The universe gave you what energy you were sat in. So when you open this door to personal healing and happiness and you put forth the work, energy, and effort, that's your return. So yes, we can call it a gift, but in essence, it's you receiving what it is that you have shifted into, something that's now in alignment with you. We have the Hermit card. Virgo energy. So the Hermit is a spiritual awakening. It's going within. It's figuring out who you truly are, what you're truly passionate about, and your true north node. What gives you faith in the future. It's so many different things. And it's literally how we open that door to personal healing and happiness. It's taking time out from this 3D to do the internal energetic work on ourselves. It also allows us to open up our creativity. So I feel like you're able, this is like a several-fold message where you're opening up some kind of creative endeavor, something that you could work towards as far as finances. You're honing your skills. But on top of that, I feel like you've shifted your energy pertaining to relationships, and whatever relationship that you enter into or the current one you're in, it's going to be more of a collaboration, a working together, as opposed to, how do I explain that? It's not going to be like, I'm going to bend over backwards for you, you're going to bend over backwards for me. No, we're going to work together. I like doing this. I'm going to do this on Mondays. Oh, perfect, because I like doing this and I'm doing this on Mondays. We work perfect. I'm scheduling what I like to do when you're doing it, and that way we have a little bit of time on Tuesdays. Like whatever the case is, it's working together in a collaboration. For some of you, it could even be a business that you're going to end up doing with another person. It's happening now. 54. Right meow. Right meow. Love. Love is in the air. Da, 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 da. Don't know all the words. What did 8 times pertain to? 8. The 8 of Earth. That's putting forth work, energy, and effort. I don't know what you mean. What did 8 times pertain to? Did I say 8 times? Hold on, let me read this last card. Love. I will be a positive force in your life and only want to bring you peace and happiness. Feel like that goes with the caring connection, the gift, all of this. Like a freaking amazing reading. We're just missing one person, Leanne, who I'm sure she's going to watch this eventually. You missed the best reading, Leanne. No, having to do with what I heard. Oh, okay. So, hold on. I don't think I need to write that down. But I'll do that at the end. So, super Vicki 8 times. I could always scroll. If I had my phone not frozen, I could have done it that way. All right, I'm going to shuffle, do Scorpio, and then I will answer Vicki's super chat after Pisces. Whew. I don't know why I thought you were asking about the 8 of... I'm like, 8 times? What? I know exactly what you're talking about. We will pull the cards. Whew. Oh, your Pisces rising. So you're a Cancer that's a Pisces rising? Because if so, you're super watery. That's a good thing. Don't take that as a bad thing. It's a good thing. Water is good. You're super watery. That's a weird way to put that. Yeah, Cancer's, wow. What's your moon? I know this is totally off topic, but while I'm shuffling, I just want to say that I have my ankles crossed, or like my feet, not my legs, but my feet, and they're sweating. So I just thought I'd let you know that I've got my feet crossed and they are sweating. Gemini. Ooh. Interesting. Interesting. I don't have AC in this room. I've got it in 2 of the rooms of my house. This house was built in like 19 something. And yes, it got kind of remodeled or whatever, but, and I have a fan, I have a ceiling fan that's doing absolutely nothing. And then I have another couple fans, but they're in my son's room because his room is next to, this is like my office / closet. So yeah. I just need to build my barndominium, and then it's just one big open freaking room, and have central air AC. Okay. Scorpio. $7:30, right? Okay, Scorpio, week ahead, the 8th through to the 14th. Interesting. I wanted to say 16th. Maybe there's something transpiring around the 16th for you as well. Scorpio. I just heard, here I am to save the day. Maybe you're going to rescue somebody. Or somebody's going to rescue you. I don't know. Scorpio. Week ahead. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or cross-watch for somebody that you're dealing with. Okay. Overall energy for Les Scorpio. We have number 19, rest and rejuvenation. I dig it. I got to figure out where my camera is. It's because I feel the need to have my face in there, even though I probably don't need to. We can cover my face. Okay. Pertaining to number 10, journey. So interesting. I feel like this is talking about some kind of a transformative spiritual journey, because we're talking about meditation, rest, rejuvenation, taking time out. Now, I don't know if you're entering into this and or you're being called to enter into this next week. There's something that's major shifting in your life. It could be a new journey. For me is also like a new cycle beginning. However, for some of you, you're taking a trip. It could be a vacation. You could be moving, something to that extent. Something that's going to bring some form of rest, rejuvenation. And interestingly, I keep hearing healing, something pertaining to healing. Now, Scorpio, we have a couple people here. Now, could be people you're dealing with, could be energies, could be something in your chart, a sign in your chart. It could be a sign in somebody else's. You're going to have to take it how it resonates. This is not a personal reading. So, we have a Queen of Earth, which is specifically Capricorn energy, but it's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have a King of Air, specifically Gemini, but it is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. The Earth energy is all about grounded, stable. in essence, they like the finer things in life. They could have financial stability. They also like to buy gifts for people. They're very giving and generous to people they like. The King of Air is going to be somebody who's a little bit more black and white, opinionated, my way or the highway kind of energy. This is interesting because I don't like or dislike decks or cards, if you will. But this is the only deck where this guy just looks bored out of his mind, unimpressed, just very kind of shitty. Like, I don't know how else to put it. Like, it just feels very, this is an energy of somebody who could be a little bit more vocal, and well, I heard snarky comments. So have you ever met somebody who's very, like they joke around a lot, but it's kind of like mean, like, oh, haha, I'm kidding. Or, oh, you should put that Twinkie down because your butt looks like a Twinkie. Ha ha, just joking. Like things like that. I don't know where the Twinkie came from. I'm sorry. Somebody out there eating a Twinkie. Those things have a shelf life of like forever. You gotta know you have to have those in your bomb shelter. You can live off Twinkies for the rest of your life. Anyway, let's get back to it. I'm sorry. Honestly, I feel as though we have a Hermit card, which Virgo energy, this is all about going within. This is spiritual awakening kind of energy. This is separating yourself. I almost wonder if we're separating ourselves from a couple people and or energies that maybe we embody. This is talking about rest and rejuvenation, which tells me that there's a healing taking place. Didn't I say I felt healing? I feel like there's a healing taking place. I feel like there's I heard come into Jesus moment. And we're talking about this upcoming week. So something's going to transpire this upcoming week that is going to bring, well, like I said, possibly some kind of a come into Jesus moment. A need to feel that you need to separate from either energies within yourself or other people. The grounded, stable energy is great, but this person also is very materialistic on certain levels. The air energy, again, nothing wrong with it. It's just, at the extreme, air normally is very opinionated, very wishy-washy sometimes. Like they overthink, overanalyze, sometimes specifically think that they're always in the right. Like they're not very open to other people's thoughts, opinions. And this specific energy, whether it's you or somebody you're dealing with, embodying this is kind of a snarky, sarcastic. It kind of feels like kind of verbally abusive, but the person I don't think necessarily knows that they're doing it. Like they really think, haha, I'm just kidding. But they're being honest. It's like almost passive aggressive, or I don't know. I don't like it. Don't like it. Sorry, even if it's your energy. Don't like it. And the underlying energy. Oh, anyways, I feel like you're taking a break from this. Even there's going to be some kind of an epiphany on this trip or this journey, this new journey you're taking. This could even be the journey, this new spiritual awakening, this new, there's a shift and a healing taking place. Underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of. Number 20, envy. Pertaining to number 20, house. I like it when we get matching. There's envy and jealousy. Now, if it's yours, own it. I'm going to read it as if it's yours because it's in your underlying energy. But if you're like, nope, that's one of the people that I'm dealing with that I'm separating myself from, that's up to you. The envy and jealousy is when somebody has tremendous amounts. If you look at that card, she's holding, where am I at? She's holding the jewels. But she's all darked out. She's in her own castle, but she's focused on, more or less like focused on the Joneses. And it's interesting that we have a castle and a house. Now, if you've been watching me long enough, you know that I deem the house to be akin to the mind. Could even be the body. Now, yes, it could be a literal house that somebody, or you're jealous that somebody got a house and you didn't. Definitely could be it. However, on a deeper level, there's envy and jealousy as opposed to being gratitude or grateful for what you have. Envy and jealousy, it comes from lack. It comes from an energy of lack, of believing that just because somebody got something that you don't have, that you can't have it too. Now, if you looked at gratitude, like, oh, I'm so glad they got that. And I know because they got that, I can get that too. I can have anything that anybody else has. But there's an energy shift. There's a difference between, oh, why'd they get that? Why do they always get that? Like, I really want what they have. As opposed to, oh, that's so awesome. I'm so happy they got that. And now I know mine's out there too. Kind of energy. So we have a 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Earth in this deck. It's interesting because in this deck, it's pentacles or it's clocks. And what I find interesting about the clocks is it always makes me feel like divine timing. But in this deck, we're talking about somebody who's walking a tightrope and the waves are crazy behind him, which is emotional and energetic overload. It's exhaustion. And it talks a lot about you're juggling to me, it feels like time is limited when it comes to this energy. You're going to crash and burn. Something's going to change drastically and it's not going to be for funsies. I feel like you're also of 2 worlds. I feel like you are in part of this world dealing with this. And again, these could be your energies. Take it if it's yours. Materialistic, kind of overthinking, overanalyzing, mouthy, rude, condescending, if you will. And this is the other world that you're in, which now I'm hearing, I'm going on a trip in a something rocket ship, do little Einstein. Anyways, seriously, you're either going to get this major shift and change, wake up call, some form of healing away from people or your own energies, a shift, a change. Again, take it how it resonates. This could be somebody in your energetic field. These could be actual people and not your energies. But you are juggling and it is exhausting and the dam's about to break. Scorpio. It's time to move forward. Number 7. Date. I like you and I would love to get together to learn more about you. I don't know. Maybe there's somebody that you need to date or somebody's trying to date you. Something's going to happen. Okay, I'm going to shuffle and we will move on to Sagittarius. I don't know who Gadget is. It's good to be generous, helping and nurturing, as long as you also know your boundaries and you're nurturing to yourself. I wouldn't go as far as that, but oh, what am I drinking? It's Rockstar. I was going to say my other mason jar has green tea in it. It's a Rockstar. Well, yeah, just it. it doesn't necessarily, if a reading calls to you, like even if it's not a live and there's a title on a reading and you're like intrigued or you get an impulse, don't ever look at it and be like, oh, I'm not an Aries. That's not my reading. If it calls to you, whether you're an Aries or a Capricorn or whatever, watch it, because there could be a message, even if it's small, there could be a message in there for you. I don't believe in accidents or coincidence. Aw, thanks, Carmack. Yeah, you have to have boundaries. All right, Sagittarius, where are we at? 121. Oh. Sagittarius, week ahead. The 8th through to the 14th. What do we have for Sagittarius? Sagittarius. The San Francisco treat. I don't know, that's rice-a-roni. Maybe there's something transpiring in San Francisco that maybe you're from there, maybe you're going there, maybe you feel stuck there. All right. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I dig it. I dig it for you. Interesting. Yep, that's it. All right. Sagittarius. Again, I want to say the San Francisco treat. I don't know. Overall energy, we have number 48, Angel of Balance, and it's pertaining to number 29, Imprisonment. You're coming into balance pertaining to some self-imposed prison. It's always self-imposed. I know it doesn't feel that way, but feeling stuck, stagnant, overthinking, overanalyzing. Beautiful. This week we have the Ten of Swords. That means that you're done. And for some of you, it means you're done in a situation. You're walking out the door. Now I'm hearing hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. And then I also heard as she's walking out the door, something about as she's walking out the door. It's another song, and I don't know. It could just be as she's walking out the door that matters. Anyways, you're showing up strong in your reading, Sag. But so is an Aries. Another fire sign. Could be somebody you're dealing with. Could also, it could be your masculine and feminine coming into balance. That could also be it. But I feel that this is more talking about somebody else. Now, we don't necessarily have relationship cards out. So this doesn't have to be a love, a wife, a husband, it could be a roommate, it could be a family member, it could be a friend. Like, take it how it resonates. But there's a closing of the door. I heard the old guard is leaving. I don't know how that pertains to you, but take it how it resonates. Underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of. We have community. And number 26, great fortune. For some of you, sudden wealth. Which, number 11, if you're feeling called to play, don't play more or out of your means. I'm not promoting that. I'm just saying if you feel an impulse to get a ticket or something of that nature, do it. If you whatever. There's a sense of community, which tells me that it's friends, family, spirit court. And I'm feeling the great fortune isn't necessarily about finances, but feeling grateful and feeling very fortunate when you're around said people. Again, for some of you, there is sudden wealth coming in. We have a wise counselor, Taurus energy. Now, for some of you, this is a higher level of commitment, so it could be a relationship. With the 8 of air. The Eight of Air is the illusion of being trapped. It's self-imposed prison. It goes along with the imprisonment. What I do love about this deck is she is literally taking the blindfolds off, taking the, you know, things that bound her, and opening the gate. She's dropping the swords. She's releasing herself. To what? The world. A time to celebrate, because we're ending an old cycle. So this old cycle could be the moving away from another person, people, places, situations. It also pertains to the higher level of commitment or wise counsel, if you will. Could be that you are seeking guidance pertaining to shifting into a new cycle. I will say that this is beautiful. You are bringing balance in. You have great fortune, possibly sudden wealth coming in for some of you with that energy of great fortune. But there is a separating, there's a changing of the guard. And so however that resonates for you. And that is what's transpiring this week. You have number 34. You have the power to create the timing by taking action. Beautiful hummingbird. Apology. I'm not yet over what happened, but an apology could begin to mend things. Some of you are like, you need to apologize to me. All right, I'm going to shuffle and we'll move on to Capricorn. I will read the chat. Yeah, that is it. How did I not know that? That is the doors. Interesting. Like, huh. Hit the toad, Jack Ray, Charles? You mean hit the road? Oh, you got corrected. Oh. Oh my gosh, you guys crack me up. Did number 3 leave? Oh no. Laughter is really good for you. Even if people are laughing at my laughing, it's good for you. My hands are sticky. Although I uncrossed my ankles, so they're no longer sweating. Now I want to comment and see if I have a crown. I think I'd have to comment from my phone. Probably not, though. It would probably call me something. Aw, that's so kind of you. All right, we have Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, and one super chat. Bob LeBlanc. Bob LeBlanc. Say that 6 times real fast. They're not that long. If you actually were part of the extended or gratitude group, those are long readings. Okay. Crappy corn at 129.33. Yeah, they're like 8 to 10 minutes. Capricorn, week ahead. The week ahead, the 8th through to the 14th. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channeled messages that come my way. So take what resonates. That's a lot. And leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or cross watch for somebody that you were dealing with. All right, Capricorn. Oh, I haven't pulled all the cards yet. Oh, yes, I did. All in one fell swoop. Okie dokie. Capricorn. Getting a little sticky. Airing out a little bit. Overall energy, we have number 4, happy family. And number 14, caring connection. Happy family and caring connection. And it is pertaining to number 3, marriage. Well, Capricorn, if you are not currently married, you could be moving in that direction. This week could prove something magical in the area of caring connection, that maybe you energetically can feel that this is going to be a happily ever after, some kind of a happy family. Some people just know, like right when they meet somebody, like that's the person I'm going to marry. In fact, I have a friend that did that. She met this person and then was like, yeah, that's totally the guy I'm going to marry. And no shit. Within, I don't know how many years, maybe 2 to 3 years. Maybe I'm off by that. It wasn't like super quick. They ended up getting married and having a kid. So for some of you, this is a blended family, meaning that 2 families are coming together. For some of you, you already know this person and you're like, yeah, we just got married. Like, I'm super happy. Caring connection moved into something great. For others of you, this is happening this week. Not that you're necessarily going to meet the person this week and get married, although, hey, Vegas, whatever happens. But it does mean that this could be the energy that you're feeling with this person. We have an Ace of Cups, which tells me that this definitely feels like this could be a new connection. If it's not new, it definitely feels like this is a renewal of emotions for this person. This is, again, a brand new emotional offering for you. It is an Ace of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Also, I feel like your intuition is leading and guiding you with this person. We have a 2 of Swords. So the 2 of Swords is interesting because it does mean that there is an unwillingness to make a decision or unable to make a choice, kind of in limbo. Don't overthink it. Follow your intuition. Open up to your spiritual guides. We have a King of Fire. Definitely feel like you are dealing with a Sagittarius and or Aries, Leo, Sag. If it's not those, it's somebody who embodies this energy. They could be into public speaking. They could be an entrepreneur. Somebody who's very passionate, driven. They go after what it is that they desire, and they're very charismatic, almost magnetic. We have a Strength card, Leo energy. Interesting, because I feel like this person makes you feel powerful. And I feel like you are in your power, in your strength around this person. I also feel like this person could be somebody in power. Now, that could be anything. It could be that they're, a police officer. It could also mean that like they're the CEO of a company. This person just oozes confidence and power. We have a 7 of, for some of you, it could be a boss. We have a 7 of Earth. These are seeds well planted and they're about to blossom. So you've been putting forth energy towards this and it's now coming into fruition. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have a lot of 7s. Okay, maybe 2, but I feel a lot of 7s. Is there something maybe in the month of July, maybe 7-7, or you're seeing 7-7? Anyways, number 7, community, and it's pertaining to 21, family room. Honestly, I feel as though you could have met this person or be meeting this person, A, in the community, B, through family or friends. But I also feel as though you are being called to, for some of you, there's going to be some kind of a house party or a gathering taking place, some kind of a celebration. I'm trying to think. You're a Capricorn, so your birthday isn't coming up anytime soon. But I feel like there could be something that you're celebrating. I mean, maybe you are getting married this week. Maybe you've gone to Vegas. I can't get past it. There's some kind of a celebration, a gathering, a get together. But maybe it's in Well, there's the 4th of July. I don't know. I gotta look at the calendar. Maybe it's the 4th of July. I don't know. I can only give you what I'm getting. Oh, and I'm holding number 4 in my hand. 4 of air. Meditate. Clarity. Seeking higher guidance. I feel as though that's what's going to get you out of this energy. I also feel like there is some connection to your spirit court. Not just your higher self, but maybe ascended masters or something pertaining to your spiritual gifts. For some of you, there's some, you might feel like your house is haunted. Or maybe growing up, you felt like your house was haunted. Interesting message. Capricorn, you have a few cards, by a few, I mean a lot, that came out for you. First we have, number 10, not in this lifetime. Don't know what that's about. Are you ready? This is a mixed bag. Frustrated. I'm irritated with what I can't control and want you to feel as badly as I do. Goodbye. The moment has come to part ways. Our paths are diverging and it's time to let go. Love. Love's in the air. Okay. I will be a positive force in your life and only want to bring you peace and happiness. Honestly, I feel like when you got this message, you were like, oh, is so-and-so coming back? No, not in this lifetime. I feel like that's a message for somebody that thought that somebody was coming back around or that their soulmate was a certain somebody. It's not. I feel like this is somebody new. Somebody not from the past. Somebody that you haven't dated or been married to or anything of the sort. So I'm going to shuffle, read the chat, and move on to Aquarius. You know, you never know. I mean, you never know, Vicki. I don't know. You never know. Maybe you'll take a trip and meet Carmack somewhere and you guys might like tie the knot. You never know. Just saying. Who got number 1? Oh, ouch. Bye, Reaction King. Or hello. You say goodbye and I say hello, hello, hello. I am hot. It's hot in here. 2 more signs in a super chat. That's all right. We have the speech police. We have the spelling police in the chat. Oh my gosh. Typical air sign. Oh, okay. It's all fun and games until somebody gets their eye poked out. Just kidding. Yeah, you are number 3. Ouch. I don't know how it changes. Somebody's going to have to look that up. Figure it out. I'll probably do it. But I feel like Vicky's really quick and good at it. Just throwing that out there. All right, Aquarius. I feel like this is the longest one I've done in a long time. Probably because I'm hot and sweaty and it's slowing me down. Oh, shoot. Where'd it go? Excuse me. Well, that's interesting because that wasn't even the right card. What in the world? Okay. You've got to be joking me right now. I can't find it. So I guess it wasn't meant to be for now anyway. That's crazy. But I did find a card that dropped down there. So there's that. We'll put that there and we'll try that again. Sorry, Aquarius, whatever it was not meant to be. Aquarius, I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or cross watch for somebody that you're dealing with or that's dealing with you. Somebody that has to deal with you. Yeah. 8th through to 14th. What do you need to know? Except for that it is hot in here. Okay. And I lost your card somewhere. Did it end up in my garbage? All right. I'm trying not to focus on the fact that it just vanished into thin nowhereness. Aquarius, overall energy, we have number 38. 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael, pertaining to a main female. This is love, compassion, and self-acceptance. Now, you could be the main female and or it could be somebody you're dealing with. But if it's you, I feel like you are giving yourself self-love, acceptance, appreciation, things of that nature. If it's somebody you're dealing with, this is somebody that's come in that you got the feels for. We have a page of Earth. Pages bring news. I feel like there is something coming in for you, some kind of an opportunity. Now, whatever this opportunity is that's coming in for you, we have a Knight of Earth. This has been a long time coming. The Knight of Earth is the slowest moving knight in the deck. Now, they're loyal, grounded, stable. This is something that is meant to be, frankly, but it's taken a long time to get here. And we have transformation. This is Tower card, Aries, Scorpio energy. This is life-changing. This is a significant life experience coming in for you. And, I'm not actually aware if this is something you've been waiting on per se. For some of you, I feel like you knew this, or if you were hopeful that this would come in eventually. But this is an opportunity that's coming in. Now, it is Pentacles, so it could be some kind of a business opportunity. However, it doesn't have to be. Pentacles are also energy. There could be some shift in energy taking place. Could pertain to a main female. Now, in the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 28, Victory, pertaining to number 5, Main Man. So, we have a main female and we have a main man. You're one of them. I'm just going to throw that out there. The main man is feeling very victorious. So, I'm more leaning towards the fact that this is for a male, masculine energy. And that this main female is what's coming in, whether it's a job opportunity or whatever, or a female in your life that has this opportunity come in. Because I feel like, and you can swap the roles if you need to. The main male, actually it's mature male. Do I think I could get a card right today? It's like, just all I have to do is read it. Either way, I still feel like it's a main male. We have a mature male. mature male, which, again, I feel like is most likely you, but take it how it resonates. Mature male is a little bit different than a main male. Main male is just saying that there's a man involved. Mature male is saying there's a guy involved, but that this could be a new cycle that's taking place. He does have a world card there. It also tells me that this person is mature in the respect of emotional, energetic, spiritual, something along those lines. So take it how it resonates as far as who you are. But they're bringing in their cup of love. This is a knight. So it's not a king. It's not somebody coming in like professing their everlasting love for you. But it's flirtation. It's sweet. It's gentle. It's kind. Let's go on a date. Let's go to the Bahamas. Yes, some people do take people to the Bahamas on a date. It's nice. You should try it. Anyway, it's something slow, simple, sweet, not like, let's get married in Vegas tomorrow. Or, it's playful energy. I also feel like something is paying off because somebody is following their heart. So, interesting. Number 5, amazing chemistry, terrible timing. The reason I find this interesting is because unless you're feeling victorious because your heart's getting lit up in this underlying energy, and right now it's just business and it's a very slow moving opportunity that's come in, taken a long time. For some of you, that's what it could start out as a business deal that really makes you excited to go to work, if you know what I mean. Anyway, we have collaborate. We are aligned in our purposes. Let's combine forces and help each other succeed. So, the love affair part could be one-sided. This feels business, a little flirtation, a little romance, except for the heart chakra, because I think this is lighting your heart chakra up. I don't see but a lot of times the 3 of Pentacles, which is collaboration, has a tendency to end up being more down the road. That could be the situation. Take it how it resonates. I'm going to shuffle, read the chat, move on to Pisces. And I will eventually find the card that I dropped. Yoga tarot, right? Balancing on a chair. No, you couldn't see my ass. That's ridiculous. Yes, you are my yellow star. That means that because you've been here forever. Ah, I see. I see. I feel like it's broken then. Just saying. Oh my God. I think it's broken because it's not switching. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome sauce. Yeah, I think it lied because I don't think it has to do with. I think you guys have commented more. Oh my God, that's hilarious. and Reaction King with the #1 win. Okay, Pisces. Lastly, but not leastly, lay Pisces. And not lastly, because I have a super chat. Okay, I'm getting the song, I'm Walking on Sunshine. Whoa. And it's time to feel good. Oh. Interesting, Pisces. Very interesting. It is, I'm like, I think I'm going delirious from the heat. Down chicka woot woot. I'm so curious where that card went. Pisces. Oh God, I just got Wayne's World Party on. Okay, Pisces. Overall energy for this reading, Pisces. We have 2, could be both yours or somebody you're dealing with, and we have 2 pertaining twos, which could be you or some, I think it's all you. I'm just going to put that out there. So overall energy, number 33, door to romance. Just so you're all aware, that's my birthday, 3-3. Happy birthday to me next March, and belated for this last March. Got to make it about myself. Ooh, nice. And then we have yin, number 22. So we have 33-22. You could be seeing 3-3-3-2-2-2. Take it how it resonates. So you have a door to romance opening up, and the yin energy is all about a spiritual awakening. So it's like a spiritual winter, going within, kind of hermit energy, if you will. I feel like the door to romance is opening up because there's been a shift in your energy. It also talks for me about being on some kind of a spiritual journey. We have a number 18, child, and number 29, imprisonment. Honestly, I feel like, so we have a lock. Where am I at here? Over here. This has a lock. And I feel like there's something that happened possibly in childhood that, or inner child, that had locked your heart away, your true love, your true romance, your love language. I feel like it was locked away. I feel like for a time, you didn't really know. Now I'm getting the song, What's Love Got to Do with It? Like, you didn't know what love was. You misconstrued it. Maybe you thought sex was love. Maybe you thought that a certain kind of action or attitude meant love. I don't know that you actually felt it. And I feel like you, now I'm feeling emotional, but I feel like you've unlocked something from childhood. It feels very inner child, something that's come to the surface for you to clear out. 7 of Wands, very defensive energy. So again, I feel like there was an energy of keeping one's distance, pertaining to, it could be a specific person, a specific, it felt like it was under lock and key, but more egoic, sheltering, like we don't want to go there because our ego was trying to keep us safe in essence, but it was like you were operating from an illusion or delusion. Okay, we have a Queen of Air. You could have Libra in your chart and or be dealing with a Libra specifically, but it's Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. This, and I love this deck with these cards because she's got butterfly on her sword, around her chair, literally covered. Her chair is completely covered in butterflies. Ooh, if I could get it in the camera and quit flinging it to the side. This feels very transformative, and there could be a shift and a change taking place pertaining to your clarity, your truth, receiving intuition, guidance, downloads. Something about speaking your truth as well is coming out. Now, I don't necessarily mean speaking your truth to other people, but understanding your own truth, knowing your truth, having set your boundaries. But this definitely feels like there's a transformative shift when it comes to your thoughts, your now I'm getting just I'm getting messages. Sorry. Your thoughts, the way you think, that your belief system, something's shifting. So Libra is a sign, they can be a people pleaser. They like balance, and sometimes they do it at the detriment of self. But there's something. I also feel like for some of you, there could have been a feeling of feeling trapped when it came to your child, a child. For some of you, it could be that you're feeling very defensive towards an energy of another person, feeling as if you're needing to stick up for yourself or push something or somebody away. It could be the inner truth and it mirroring in people, which made you feel very defensive. We have the 10 of Wands. You gotta love it. 10 of Wands tells me that whatever these burdens are that you've been carrying around for however long, you're finally dropping them. You're done. You've ended this cycle. Enough said. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 7, community. And it's pertaining to number 8, false person. Somebody is not who they appear to be in your friend group. Somebody is faking it. Now, this could have been your energy. Could have been you faking it. You could have been the false person, because we're talking about finally unlocking something, maybe unbeknownst to you, right? You were pretending to be somebody you weren't. You were going through the motions because you thought that that was what was meant to happen, because you didn't know better. Why? Because it was locked away and you finally just opened up the door. Or it could be somebody you're dealing with, so take it how it resonates. I honestly think that this is your energy being the false person. But for some of you, this is going to be somebody in your field, in your community, somebody that was rooting against you. If it's not a person that's outside of yourself, you in essence were rooting against you by self-sabotaging. We have a 4 of fire. I feel like the 4 of fire, for a lot of you, this is a union. Could have been somebody you were married to, and or somebody that you were in a long-term situation with. I will say that this to me is also, it's the 4 of Wands. So to me, this is like the templed path. The path that you're on, you were meant to walk in order to own your energy. Pisces, you are the high priestess. Once you have been through the spiritual, I don't want to just say spiritual awakening process, but once you're walking your path, the high priestess is somebody who's highly intuitive. They're very psychic. This is an energy of somebody who follows their spiritual path. But not all Pisces do, so take it how it resonates. If that's the case, I feel like you're just being called to follow your intuition when it comes to your community, the people that you surround yourself with. You are meant to follow your intuition all the time. Frankly, I don't know how you can even quiet it down enough to not hear it. But maybe that is just me. I will say that you are breaking free from some kind of trap situation. I feel as though it is from childhood, and you are opening that door to romance. Okay. Number 46, by the end of the day. And we have meddler. I may step in and try to influence or control your life. I'm certain I know best. I feel like this could be the false person. Apology. I'm not yet over what happened, but an apology could begin to mend things. You'll have to put yourself where you feel like you fit in on these cards. I am going to pull one more because it feels like 2 more because it feels like it goes along with it. I'm sorry. I feel terrible about what I did and owe you an apology. And perspective. I value your opinion and would appreciate your unique approach to this situation. Yeah. Okay. All right. That's what I have for all of that. Now let's move on to Vicky's super chat. I am going to see here what cards we want to use. Not these. Uh-oh. I'm walking on sunshine. Okay, hold on. It is fucking hot in here. It's getting hot. No. Nope, not that one. Yes. What does 8 times mean? One card, please. I asked for one. So, 8 times. We have number 13, transformation, which before I was thinking for some reason was the Tower, and it is not. Ooh, is that reflecting off? Oh, it's my ring. I'm making it happen. I don't know if you can see the light in the back. Anyway. You know what? It's a good thing I did that because I didn't write the timestamp down. So, okay. There we go. Vicki. This is the Death card. So there's a transmutation taking place, a shift in the energy, an ending of one, the beginning of something new. So when I ask to clarify 8 times, there could be 8 shifts or changes, transformations, endings and beginnings. So I can tell you, if we're going to get, you just talked about one of them on here, so I'll only mention that, but the retiring. So that's an ending and a new beginning. So there could be 8 significant transformations taking place, the ending of something, the beginning of something new, in that respect. We have a 4 of water, which the 4 of water is in essence rejection, but it also talks about a feeling of being emotionally unsatisfied and waiting for something to come in. That could be what is coming in once we've had this 8 transitions, shifts. Something is going to be coming in, because then we have the 9 of earth, which tells me wish fulfillment. So if I'm reading this, it feels very much like you have 8 transitions. I feel like the majority are unsatisfying. If that makes sense. How do I make sense of that? They could be unsatisfying or rejections before the main one comes in. The 9 of earth, wish fulfillment, reaping the rewards of the fruits of your labor. 8 shifts, 8 death cards, 8 deaths of something. And I almost feel like it's talking about from the time that you received it, the time that you received hopefully it's not talking about 8 times that your car is going to die and restart. I mean, frankly, that could be 8 transitions. It's not funny. It's not funny. Okay. Number 15. Oh. Number 15. Here we go. You got Spirit Bear of 396 hertz. You are being healed from guilt and fear. Such emotions will no longer steal your personal power or dissuade you from confidence, happiness, and realizing your own worth. No matter how unlikely it may seem, you are going to emerge from a spiritual winter into light and life. The divinely ordained time for your liberation, healing, and emergence is much closer than you realize. Abundant blessings are stirring and shall soon manifest. 8 transitions. So 8 deaths. 8 death cards, which doesn't mean death. It means transmutation. But I feel like that is your 8 times is 8 shifts. Hi. A Band-Aid. I don't have a Band-Aid on my arm or on my wrist. What? No Band-Aids. Hello, shadow of you, shadow of me. I am actually done. I was just doing a super chat, so I'm going to go ahead and jump off and get out of this freaking sauna. Although now I know if I ever want to go to the sauna, I just need to come in here in the summertime without a fan. Oh, that's nice. Write them down. Oh my gosh. Sean's number 1. Vicki, you're number 3. I don't understand how that's working. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and jump off. I'm going to leave the timestamps because I'm apparently doing that again. I know. I accidentally added my son's birthday gifts and then realized, because I went to go check him out again. His birthday isn't until whatever, but I went to go check it. I'm like, why isn't this on my save for later list? And it was on my Amazon list for here. And I'm like, no, let's remove those. That's not, you are finishing number 1. All right, I'm done. I'm leaving. I will see you guys next Wednesday.